Hey guys, welcome back. We are still in the trenches up in Mammoth. Got my trusty companions. Sadie's back there, crashed out in the back. And so we're gonna head up to Juniper right now. Chad's up there digging our footing. We worked out some details on the elevations this morning to get our depths and everything, get them just right. I'm gonna try and pull this whole footing through and get the rebar set and dump some concrete in. So I'm looking forward to that. I think we'll get it done in the next 2 weeks. So we should be on track with all that. We should be looking good. Yeah, and then we've got the boys over at another project, the mono staircase. Just got up there with the welding truck and everything. So first we're gonna go check on Chad, and I got a problem. Got a storm drain that was not listed on the civil drawings. It's kind of showing up in the middle of our project here. So we need to get some information back to the civil engineer and find out if that drain's actually outside of their easement. Then trying to decide who's going to pay for this drain, because it's got to get moved, and it's literally right under a portion of the foundation of the house. So the thing's got to get moved, and they want to figure out who's going to pay for it. So I'm kind of doing some legwork right now. I'm gonna get them some dimensions, and I'm thinking that the thing is probably going to end up being inside of the envelope, which means that pipe is outside their 10-foot easement that they have. So what that means is that if it was inside their easement, the owner is going to be responsible for the cost. If it's actually on our property, like outside the 10-foot easement, it looks like the town miit be paying for this. We'll see. We're gonna see how this goes. Town or who, I'm not sure who's responsible for the pipe itself. If it's the town of Mammoth Lakes or who it is, but long story short, the thing's in the way and it's got to go. So we got to come up with a game plan quick, because it's going to impede our construction process if we don't get the thing moved right away. We kind of got a game plan for how to move it. We talked to our guy over at Rock and Dirt. They do a lot of that kind of work. We could probably handle it ourselves, but on stuff like that, I definitely don't mind getting them involved. 2 heads are always better than one when you're doing something like that. I want to make sure we get it relocated properly and all that good stuff. So anyways, we're going to do some detective work right now and get that back to the engineers and the owners, and let them deal with who's going to pay for it, whether it's going to be the owner or the town. All right, so the problem we have is this. The original plans that we got shows this one here. What we have here is that one there. Runs all the way down there.
I need you to help me add some numbers. I don't have my calculator.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
So it looks like we're definitely on this side of the this storm drain, and then the storm drain it's our problem pipe is over here. So they noted this one on the plans, but what they didn't do was draw the line of where it went. And definitely from the looks of it, it's going to be on our property. And I'm thinking it's going to be on somebody else to do this. Hopefully for the owner's sake it is, because it's not going to be cheap. So here's our problem here. Right there. Actually touched it. So that's going to have to get, if it stays, it's going to, well, it's not going to stay, but I'm going to have to get it fixed. That's the one that was shown on the plans, which is not bad. And it cuts off and goes way outside the boundaries. This one here is definitely, I'm gonna say, inside the boundaries. Snow-covered mountains. We're probably, if we look straight across, we're probably just below that snow line with our elevation here. Those usually don't get capped like that this late in the season. I had that late flurry and it hit harder over there than it did here. As you can see, Sherwin's still got some snow on them. There's still snow around. It's going quickly. You'll see on the time lapse when I gotta piece that together, and I'll make a video with some music and probably do that here in the next month or so. Alrighty, back down in the, they call this the ghetto, believe it or not. Could you imagine a ghetto in Mammoth? But yeah, this is what they call it. Everybody calls it the ghetto. I actually like it. I think it's great. I'd love to have a couple places down here for employee housing, would be epic. But it's pretty tough to find in these parts. We're always scrambling for employees and housing for them. So actually always looking for employees too, so you guys keep that in mind. If you know anybody that wants to do something different like what we do, I need a jack of all trades, master of none, kind of like myself. And we kind of do a little bit of everything, you know. We're always messing around with something. So they got the welding truck over here. Here's the stairs. It's our platform here. That'll be mountain right there. We got our footing down here below. Well, how do you think this is gonna go?
Hopefully pretty fast.
Yeah. So those are our bolts.
We had to lower those top ones down.
We're not gonna use the top ones, huh?
No, there was some nonsense up there.
Okay, this thing's going into place. So this is a little tricky here. That thing's this doesn't have the tilt side to side on it, so it's pretty, it's close. It looks like we're gonna have to do a wedge. So you can see the reveal. So I think what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna cut a couple wedges out of maybe like some 2x4. Anything we have around here, if we got some material, hopefully we do. We'll probably just use, maybe even use some of that trim, I don't know. But we're gonna put some wedges under this fork here, and that's gonna bring it kind of where it wants to be. He's pretty close. I can see it's about a ½ inch out of level from side to side. So we're gonna run a lag right here, and then we're gonna let Dan release a little bit of the forklift. This side to come down.
We'll leave you a little loose. You can pivot.
There you go. Okay, let's get out from under it, and then we'll let him come down a tad. Okay, tilt down just a little, Dan. Straight down? No, just tilt down. Yeah, just tilt. Down. Your other down. Yeah, the other down. A little more. Just a little bit. Now that looks good on the bottom.
Reveal on bottom looks good. I can move it.
Yeah. All right, let's get one on the other side.
Where's those lags in? 3. One in the center. Little loose. Still like it? I got a laser in the truck if you need it.
Okay, so we got our plate all nice and tight on the concrete here. And we're gonna just cut it. We're literally just gonna cut this post to fit. This is our support. So we're gonna cut that in.
Here, let Joe see from the bottom.
Turn it that way.
Let's go 116 and 3/8. Okay, so 116, our plate's 3/8.
Well, yeah.
There's the post. 116, and I think it's exactly 116 is what we're looking at. He manhandled that post. So we'll cut that at 116. We got that all nice and level. We're just gonna literally tack the bottom, tack the top, and we can relieve the pressure off the forklift. You need to raise up on it a little. Well, I was thinking raise that in. Well, I can see it. There's a gap right here.
There's a big one.
So we need to raise up the other end. Put a piece of plank under it. Put a piece of that plank under it.
Yeah, we're pretty good.
Yeah, I think that looks better.
Okay, now or you want
Yeah, that looks pretty good. That should be square. Okay, now we just want to see where that post centered in the plate, where that's going to land up top. Not bad. If it's fairly plumb, it's not bad at all.
Pretty close, right out to the outside edge. Does that work?
So, pretty sharp and just give us the guidance.
Huh?
We're gonna have to. No, we're gonna.
No, we'll leave that one not welded.
Yeah,
We'll
where you
that.
want it there.
Just a plate under it.
And plumb down and tight.
Because we got to move this one again later.
Leave them. Just leave them.
Leave them.
So, we need to get something to put the plate up.
Oh, man, there we go. All right, Dan's gonna come. We got the post in. So next step, get this up right there, tack it in place, and we've got our access back at least. So we got to figure out the best way to rig this. Definitely don't want to bend anything. Very heavy.
Maybe. We'll see.
What?
He was saying you want to weld the bottom, and I was like, yeah, we might have to cut those and pull this back off. We can lift it up. We can lift it up and get it off. We can lift it directly.
Yeah, it ain't going nowhere.
It'd probably mess up the bolts though. When you pull up on it. I was thinking we almost probably should have widened the cords, got one and then a short one and then maybe a little longer one. That would kind of lift. See what
Well, we should be able to balance it, hopefully. Just watch it, make sure it don't bend.
those things are pretty stout. It's heavy.
Okay. Don't get under it.
Looks pretty good. I don't see any flex in it.
What?
That's not too bad, I can grab it. I'll start driving it.
Just lower it down. Start lowering it.
Yeah, you kind of got to lower it a little bit. That's not going to be enough.
Yeah, you need to be over about 6 inches over. Now just go straight forward. Straight forward should be good. Maybe raise up a little.
Stand it out. Okay, hold
There you
it
go.
Down a little. Hold it. Lay down a little. Hold it.
Yeah.
I think you are going to have to come this way. Drive forward.
All right, so we got it
Depends on where you set your hook.
somewhat into position here.
Huh?
Got a little bit of finagling to do. Well, seems like the bottom needs to come up a lot to make this angle.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. We don't know that was. I mean,
Yeah.
It was just a close, you know what I mean, until we got it over here and got.
What I feel like. All right, we got everything tacked into place. Took us about 2.5, 3 hours. The landing there is not perfectly level, so it's giving us a fit up on the top because the metal's perfect. It's perfectly square. So we're making some adjustments and we're gonna run it, but it's solid. It's not going anywhere, that's for sure. This thing ain't never going nowhere. Well, hope you enjoyed the good times on the stairs. They came out nice. I'm glad we went metal. Really am. I like it. I think it's going to be, people are going to,
I'll get as much as I can.
when they see what we did here, they're going to say, I want that.